Hey, Kims Klique Im BBBBBBackagain, back again, and in today's video I'm basically going to tell you how having a child ruined my life.
Bitch what? Bitch what?
Okay. Now hear me out. I know the lead up was a bit aggressive, but today we're going to do a makeup video and I'm going to use Huda beauty products, and I'm basically going to tell you not necessarily how my son ruined my life, but more so how the things that I did once I found out I was becoming a mother could have ruined my life. But here's how I'm turning my life around. Let's get into it. Lips, you know the ghetto gloss. You know the ghetto gloss. Basically, I'm going to do my makeup while I'm talking to you guys, and let's get into it. My son is in the back if you see him. So first off, you know, like I said, the beginning was a bit harsh, but let me tell you what it is. So basically, becoming a mother at 19 years old was not something I ever expected in my wildest dreams. However, my mom had me when she was 19, so it was kind of like history repeating itself a little bit. However, we are two very different people, so I never thought that I'd be the one. However, I had already graduated. I was already doing my own thing. Thank the heavens I wasn't in school or anything like that. But I did still, in fact, have a baby in my teen years, and I never planned for that. I always thought that I was going to be married first. Like, I had an ideal. Now, of course, I always wanted to be a mom because look at me. I'm Nanny Kim. If you've been a real Kims Klique member, you guys know that I've been Nanny Kim. I went to daycare. I love the kiddos. Like, I love the kids. Like, that's just me. That was my job for the longest, like loving other people's kids. So when I got pregnant with my own, I was very shocked, but I was at a battle. And let me tell you about that battle. Oops. So the battle basically that I was going through was just like, I just didn't know like which way I wanted to go. I didn't know if I was ready to be a mom. I don't think, you know, some people actually do like plan for pregnancy, but you know, when you think about what prepares you for a mom, there's so many different things that can go into it. Like, you don't have to be married to be ready to be a mom. You know, you could just be ready to be a mom. Like, it's certain things, like, you know, everybody say the right way is to be married and then you get pregnant, but a lot of people get pregnant after they become married and they're still not ready. I went through a whole battle with deciding whether or not I wanted to keep my son, and I'm writing a book about it. It's called How to Heal a Broken Heart. I had a lot of different inputs, a lot of different feelings, a lot of different mixed emotions. I didn't want to feel like I was a failure. I didn't want to feel like I was disappointing anyone. I ultimately decided to keep my son. He's here, God willing, and he's thriving. You guys know well, if you don't know, if you're new here, he is a 2-time heart surgery survivor. He has one more surgery next year 2026, and yeah, he's 2-time heart surgery. He has 3 billboards around the city of Detroit. He has a worldwide commercial. Yes, my baby is the face of Children's Hospital Cardiology department. And yes, he is amazing. He is here. He is thriving. And I couldn't have asked Jehovah to bless me with a more amazing son. Like, the kid is amazing. Like, he's my kid. I love him. I had him. But anyways, here are some things that I definitely did that I definitely should not have done. And here I am getting my life back together on camera. So first things first, I'm gonna fill in my brows. Actually, I just got them done. I don't like them to look dark because I don't have dark eyebrows. Like, they're light to match my skin for a reason. Like, I feel like when I have bold eyebrows, I look weird. But the first thing I want to talk about is putting my life on hold. I definitely feel like I put my life on hold. Now, when you become a mom, you do not have to put your life on hold. I decided to do that because I was very sick. So, you know, like, and when I mean put my life on hold, I mean my boutique, the Ghetto Boutique, I put on hold. My clothing line that I had been wanting to release for ages, I put on hold. I put brand deals on hold. I did a lot of putting on hold. And I feel like if I wouldn't have took that break, damn near for 2 years, I would be further in my content career. I would just be further overall. But, you know, my son is healthy. That was the most important to me. He's here now. And I'm still blessed with more days of living to be able to change it. Not even change, but just I'm blessed to be able to keep waking up, to be able to strive for my goal another day. So that's basically where I'm at now. And I just want to talk to you guys about how I got here and how for the longest, like, I was just feeling like my life was over. First thing I want to tell you, I shopped the Sephora sales event. Let me know if y'all want a video on that. If y'all want a video on that, I could definitely get into that. But I got this ʞɪᴏ skin tint, which is what I'm going to be putting on right now. Before I use my Huda Beauty ube baked powder and blush and under eye corrector. I might not use my under eye corrector, I might not need it, but yeah. So basically I decided, like I said, I decided to put everything on hold because I was so sick and I was just feeling like helpless. Like when I first found out my pregnancy, I was like, I'm not gonna stop, I'm not gonna stop. But I had the worst morning sickness, so I put everything on hold. I don't think that's a good idea, especially with YouTube. One thing about YouTube, I was already like fighting for my life on here, but when you disappear and you already don't have the biggest following, it's kind of like, you know, you got to keep that consistency up, and I didn't do that. I just didn't do that. My priorities shifted, and I was purely only worried about the health and safety of my baby, like making sure that my baby was going to be here and live a long, amazing, healthy life with me. So my priorities shifted and I took a break altogether. And I advise anyone that is young or even older, don't take, you know, take a break, but don't forget about yourself to live for the child, because you still have to live your life. And I completely started to identify myself as a mom. I.e., I stopped posting. I stopped posting like pictures. Like, I love fashion. You guys see I'm in my glamour. You guys know I have a full walk-in closet. Racks of clothes, shoes, purses, everything, everywhere. I love fashion. Fashion is one of my passions. But once I found out I was pregnant, I'm like, oh, that shouldn't be my top priority. Like, I should just focus on this baby only. And I hadn't posted for like a year. Like, literally when I went to get my hair done, my guy friend that does my hair, he was like, Kim, Instagram needs you. We need you with these fits. And then it's just kind of like, you know, like I feel like my influence could have been so much bigger. I still have a great influence. Like, I still influence people in real life, like not only on social media, but it's just like I could have been so much further. With my boutique, I took a break from it, and I shouldn't have, but I did. Like I said, I took a long break, like a much longer break than I needed. And now thinking back at it, it probably would have made me, like, I probably wouldn't have been so stressed out and freaking out as much as I was if I had something else to focus on, like one of my businesses, you know? So now I'm just getting myself back together. I'm getting my life back together. I am doing a 30-day cleanse right now. No sugar, no spinning, no slacking. Getting my body back right, you know, or to what I want it to be, what I want to look like. You know, just making myself a top priority. Making sure, even if I don't feel like it, to get up and go get my nails done. Little stuff. Make sure to go get my eyebrows done. Make sure that I don't forget who Kimberly is. And I just want to give y'all the same advice to do it. Because like I said, I was identifying solely as a mom, and I have to realize that being a mom is not who I am. I am a mom. I am a mom, but that is not it. I'm also a businesswoman. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a fashion girly. I'm smart. I'm me. I'm beautiful. I'm amazing. I am Kimberly. Being a mom is on my resume now, but I still have a full list of resume that I cannot let go to waste, because God didn't give me this stuff for me to let it go to waste. He didn't say that. He don't give you gifts to let it go to waste. So basically, this year, I will be launching my clothing line, which I'm so excited about. I'm still in the works of writing my book. So I'm not sure if it's going to be uploaded this year or beginning next year. But I am writing a short book, okay? And I want it to be to a T. So I already wrote ʞɪᴏ book, and I definitely want to publish it this year, just for other people to be able to read to their children like ʞɪᴏ. And yeah, that's where we are right now. That's what's going on. I am becoming back myself. I'm feeling like myself again. You know, I'm feeling like, you know, I can do more things. So be prepared for more content. I do a lot of content on TikTok. And my TikTok is lit.camm. Follow me over there if you haven't. But yeah, just be prepared for more content. Of course, I'm still doing the mommy content. I love the mommy content, but I will be dropping my series, which is going to be How to Heal a Broken Heart, my vlogs. It's going to be my book, and it's going to be like my TV series. So it's just following me, and it's following me, and I'm finally acknowledging and accepting my son's condition for what it is. And not that I didn't accept it, but I'm just ripping off the band-aid, and I still will share only the things that I feel that can help another mom. I still will not exploit my son, because I just will never exploit my son. But I do want to share things that we go through that other cardio kids may go through. And yeah, I want to be that community, but I also am still me. I'm still a fun, amazing mom, and I still want to give that type of content. I still want to do my fashion. I still want to do my beauty. I still want to pop my ish, because I am still a 21-year-old lady. Okay. I'm living a bit older life than a 21-year-old, because I have a son, I have a house, I have a car, I have bills, I have this, I have that. I'm doing businesses. I'm moving and shaking, moving and shaking, moving and shaking, moving and shaking, moving and shaking. But break your. Y'all know, it's just my brain. The brain is like dance. Okay, whatever. So I'm excited to share these things with you guys, and yeah, that's what I'll be sharing with you guys. But I'm living for myself these days. Also for my son. I live for my son every day, but I'm remembering to live for myself as well. Because my life did not stop when Elite's life was born. So I will, like I said, I will be going out more. I have never been a partier. Like, I've never just been like a partier. Like, I've always had girlfriends that's like, let's go out, and I'm like, oh, I don't know. Like, I've never gave party girl. it's just not my MO, you know. I don't drink. I don't smoke. Now, occasionally, I have a margarita. I like margaritas. I like frozen margaritas from Texas Roadhouse. So, I'm not saying that I'm opposed to liquor all the way. I just don't necessarily enjoy drinking all the time. Like, I just don't enjoy being drunk. Well, I've never been, like, drunk, I don't think. I don't know. I've never been, like, drunk and belligerent. I've never got that, and I never want to give that ever in life. So, that's why I'm so careful. Like, I'll just see how liquor makes people act, and I just would never want to give that. So that's why I don't drink or smoke or indulge in things like that, because I already am a lot. Like, I already have like a very loud personality. I am me. If you know me, you know I'm the life of the party with no liquor. I don't need liquor. I don't need drinks to make me who I am, you know. Like, I'm always the vibe. I'm always the life. And if you're around me for even a second, you know, baby, she is the light, and she is not to be played with. Yes, I am going to be uploading my pictures. I am going to release my brand. I am going to stop hiding and being a hermit. You know, I am not going to isolate myself from my girlfriends. I also feel like that was a big thing that I did, which my mom strongly advised against, but I isolated myself to the point that I really had no friends. I have one girlfriend, but like, even like some of my best friends that's been my friends for years, it's like we will fall out. Not to say like this is a good habit to have, but before, I would like, if me and my girlfriend got into it, like one of my good friends, that we just kind of like break up to make up. We are like that, and we don't do that consistently, but we have went times where we done got into it and just haven't talked for like 6 to 7 months, and then we always make our way back and we like, I love you, I don't know. We did that because we've had a friendship for well over 10 years. So, you know, sometimes it comes with, you know, sometimes that just happens with friendships, and if it's worth saving, then you end up doubling back. But, you know, once I had my baby, I was like, I don't want to do that. Like, I don't want to do that. And it's kind of like, because I'm like, oh, I'm a mom. And, you know, so, you know, just because I'm a mom doesn't mean I can't make mistakes. Doesn't mean I can't, you know, forgive people. Especially if it wasn't something that's unforgivable, you know. So I'm just trying to remember that and not isolate myself, because I definitely do isolate myself. Like, I'm just like, I'm in the house and I don't have a lot of mom friends. I do want to be open to mom friends, but I want to remember that just because my friends aren't at the same place in life as me does not mean that they can't be my friends. You know what I'm saying? Now, it's a certain, like, you know, it's a thin line between that, because you got to keep it to where, you know, you can't have nobody that's like doing absolutely nothing with their life. You got to have something in common with your friends. You know what I'm saying? You can't just be a 7-year-old staying at home and I'm a mom and it's kind of like, oh yeah, but we're still friends. Like, not like that. Don't isolate yourself. I did it. You know, I was like, oh, I don't have no mom friends. You know, I don't have to go out, or like birthdays are coming up and I'm missing people's birthday. And I'm like, oh, well, you know, I'm a mom. Like, I can't be going out too much, and I don't go out as like that as is. And I'm also now utilizing my village. Like, you know, my baby was blessed with 2 grandmas, a grandfather, and I'm utilizing them. Like, I am no longer like, oh my God, like, I have never been the type to put my responsibility on another person, and I would never be that person. I still would never have my baby somewhere without me 25/8, because I am his mom, and I want to be his mom, and I want to be an active person in his life, and I don't want my son to look to others for comfort. You know, especially being a nanny and being in the daycare business, I see a lot of times that kids, if you don't nurture them and give them what they will look for somewhere else. And I don't ever want my son to feel like he's confused, or that he needs to look to nurture somewhere else. And not to say as if his grandparents can't nurture him, but I'm just saying I would never put my baby off where he's confused as to who his mama is. Okay, so you know, I want to make sure, like, I'm teaching my baby is very smart, you know, so I can't miss. These are valuable points in his life, and I won't miss them. This is my little boy that I brought into this world, and I'm not gonna miss nothing. Okay, I'm not gonna miss nothing. I'm gonna make sure when he go out that he know everything he should, you know, and that's basically how I'm raising him. But I am also remembering he does have grannies. He's blessed with grannies. Not a lot of kids are blessed with grannies. So I'm just like, Kimberly, you know, you don't have to feel bad every time you drop him off for 5 minutes, or, you know, you can drop him off to take a nap. I personally have this fear that I cannot sleep when Elite is away. And part of it is because Elite was in a NICU, and I stayed in the NICU with him. I never wanted to come home without him, because when I got this house, I decorated this house, his room and stuff, for us to all be here as a family. So when I thought maybe it was a time where he may have not been here, it made me sick to my stomach, and I just could not live here or thrive here, like doing anything. I couldn't even take a simple shower without like freaking out, like I'm getting comfortable without my son. So I'm gonna cry. I'm trying not to, but I still hold on to that. Like, I really do still hold on to that. So I don't, like, I try and keep my eyes on him at all times, even if I'm tired. But you know, it's good. Like, it, you know, it makes you mom even harder. It makes you even greater when you can go to work and you drop him off and you know he's happy, you know he's fed, and but you get to listen to curse music, and you get to ride with the music, the windows down, without him squeezing up, and you know. So those little things I'm starting to enjoy, and not like beat myself up about it, you know, because again, you know, like I said, everybody's not blessed with a grandma. He's blessed with 2 grandmas, and I'd like him to have, you know, continue to have a relationship with both of them, and you know, yeah, this is what it is. So I'm no longer feeling bad about that, and I'm gonna take advantage of that. Like, I'm gonna go out this summer. You guys are going to see me putting that S on. PTSO. Okay? Putting that shit on, okay? And living out my dreams. And not forgetting who I am. Not isolating myself. I think another thing that I did that I am no longer doing is being the wife without the ring. You know, and let's talk about it, because that can consume you. Like, a lot of people don't talk about it, but that can really consume you. Like, that is a part of losing yourself as a mom, because I'm so invested in being a mom that I'm not focused on myself. I'm so invested in the guy, taking care of the house, taking care of the kid, that I'm no longer focusing on me, my mind, my priorities, my goals, because I get so wrapped up in making sure the house is taken care of, and the boys and the guys. And again, I'm not married. Now, it's one thing where it's just in your womanly nature. I do live with a guy. We are not married. Okay, whatever. He is my son's father. He is my boyfriend. We live together. And there's just certain things, like the certain way I was raised, that I'm going to cook. I'm a woman. It's a part of my nature. I do cook. I don't like feel like that is like a privilege. I do clean because I clean. I mean, I don't know how you live anywhere where you don't clean. So I do cook and clean, and I don't mind, but that is just not going to be my identity. That is not going to be all that I'm doing, that I'm so consumed. Like, I'm like, I got to have dinner, breakfast, lunch, dinner made every day, the house spick and span, so I don't make time to make my video. Now, I'm going to have to remember me, put myself first. I'm going to have to get up in the morning, do my working out. And that makes me feel good. When I take my nourishments, when I wake up and I'm thriving, and I'm up before the baby and I'm editing a video, I feel amazing. I feel like $1,000,000 on a track. And that's how I know that's what I should be doing. So I'm just not, like I said, that was one of my New Year's goals, to not forget about myself and to grind hard. To grind hard to give my baby the future that he deserves. You know, I of course want to bring you guys on this journey. It is still a big passion of mine to be a famous content creator. I genuinely love sitting in front of the camera. I love communicating with people that I don't necessarily know from a can of paint. I have gained so many nice people. Like, so many people have reached out to me about my kid, and I have like genuinely grown bonds with people that I have literally never seen a day in my life. I have some people that comment under my videos that make my everlasting life. When they comment, it's like my world light up, like, oh my God, somebody, you know. And when people reach out to me, especially about my son, and they tell me that they're going through the same thing, I'm like, this is what I should be doing. I'm going to go in with the Huda Beauty Cotton Candy Blur Blush. And baby, she's so cute. So we about to go in with her. Those are a few things that I want to talk to you guys about. And yeah, overall, I've been good. I've, like I said, just been trying to make sure that I'm doing right by myself. I want to get my figure back where I want to get my figure. That's what I'm trying to do. Get it together, boo. I really want to get my figure to a certain figure. For Mother's Day, I am going to get a tattoo. I'm going to get Elite Tattoo. I'm not getting the big portrait of him that I want to get. Once I get that, you guys know I'll bring you along. But I'm going to go get something cute and dainty just because I want to get it. I got these 2 new brushes from Morphe. My daddy thinks that I should start streaming. I might. I'm going to start going live on TikTok, though. I know that for a fact. I am going to start. Y'all see how beautiful that is? Look at that finish. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. Oh, this brush is nice. I might have to go back and get the rest. You know what? When I went in there, it was such a friendly environment that I applied for a job. I don't know if they'll actually call me back. Like, but I would love to work there. Like, at Ulta. I went to Ulta for this stuff, not Sephora. Sephora's too crowded for me. But I like Ulta. Ulta gives me that you can still breathe. And I would just work a couple days out the week, again, because it would give me what I'm looking for. You guys know I do real estate. I do content creating. So it's not necessarily like a money issue or for the money. It's kind of for mommy to intermingle and to, like, see people, humans that are like me. They have tatas and they're interested in makeup. You know what I'm saying? I stay in a house full of boys, and Mocha might as well be a boy. Because she don't care about wearing her outfits or nothing either no more. She just like me. She done fell off just like me. So yeah, I didn't double my blush just because I liked it so much. So I wanted to just add a little bit more. Share your stories with me. Like, I find a lot of times, you know, that women, you know, go through these things and, you know, they're ashamed to say it. And I'm not necessarily ashamed to say it. I think that I look my worst after pregnancy. I looked my absolute worst after I had my baby because I just was so depressed. Like, I was so depressed, and I was still so focused on, like, I was like, oh, I'm going to share our journey. So I was showing myself looking crusty. I mean, like, absolute crust. And I'm like, I go back and look at those videos and I actually cringe. I say, Kimberly, what the hell were you thinking? Like, what was you, like, I mean, I know I was going through a lot then, but I looked it. And I don't want to look at no more, baby. So that's why I got to get it back tight and got to get it back right, okay? Because I'm not used to looking how I feel. But, you know, looking back at it, I can say, wow, I was there and here I am now, you know? That's always the beauty of it. You guys know I was going back to school. I don't think that's completely out for me. I don't think it's completely out for me. I'm just not sure when I want to go back to school. Now I am just setting my under eye with the ube powder. I love this stuff. This ube powder it actually smells very amazing. And I did a unboxing reaction on my TikTok, and I will insert it here.
Girl,
and I was actually just so, like, genuinely so shocked to see how good this stuff smelled. And to see the blurring that it actually does. Like, I was so shocked to see that. Like, I was, like, flabbergasted. Like, it really does dry you up, set your face, like, to a T. And it smells amazing. And at first I thought it was going to break me out. I said, is this stuff supposed to smell good? Because I just had never smelled the powder smell so amazing. I thought, y'all know I got sensitive skin. I said, is this going to break me out? But it is going to break me out. What? This is what it's like being a boy mom. What the? I just bought this. This was like $30. And it smudged in and broke. Like. Yeah, so, oh my gosh. So I love this Anastasia Beverly Hills Freeze Gel. I love it. I actually love it. It's just so, like, once your eyebrows are stuck, they're stuck. And that's so scary for me. Like, because, like, I lightly fill my eyebrows in. And then usually I gel them. And then go back to, like, figure out if it's anything that I need to fix. With this, you can't do that. Once they're stuck like glue. And there's no removing them. And then I find if I try and draw on top of them, it never gives what it's supposed to give. Like, it's always like a show. So once they're like once they're froze, they're froze. And it is Limitless Brown 608. I bought Jazz this for her birthday. If you guys go back to that video. But I like this glow stuff. It's so amazing. Like, it really just makes you look like you glowing. Like, and this one, like I said, this is the Chanel. It's like a Chanel multi-use highlighter stick, I think. And sculpting. And I love that. It just adds to me. I like this. My new highlighter brush. I'm just going to keep it neutral and put this Dior highlighter on. I really like this Dior highlighter. She's so tea. I put on highlighter. For a time, I was not putting on highlighter, but I love highlighter. I love to shine. Like, shining, 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 shining. Yeah. Also, have y'all used Beyonce Sacred Drops? Because I'm going to try them. I'm going to try them. I'm going to try them. Okay, Kims Klique, so that basically concludes this video. Majority of the products that I use in this video will be linked down below, as well as my Amazon storefront. Please feel free to shop my Amazon storefront so you can get things that I like, stuff that I have linked for my son, makeup, beauty, house, baby, mother, whatever you want, you can find it at no extra cost to you. Also, be sure to follow me on Instagram at gorgeous_.kim. Also, be on the lookout for when I do my ghetto clothing release on the Ghetto Boutique LLC on Instagram. Also, be sure to follow me on TikTok, lit.kamm, where I get into some things, Real Spill with Kimberly TV edition, every single day. So if you want to see me every single day, be sure to go over there. And don't forget the most important thing, subscribe so you can become a part of Kims Klique. I love you guys. I love you guys. I love you guys. I am out and I cannot wait to be back again.